Hey everyone, and welcome back to our wonderful world of stories. Today, we're joining our favorite little monkey, the one and only Curious George. George was having a fantastic day at the park with his best friend, the man with the yellow hat. The sun was shining, the birds were singing, and George was happily swinging from a tree branch. Suddenly, his sharp monkey eyes spotted something amazing in the window of a toy store across the street. It was the most perfect, shiny, bright red ball he had ever seen. Old George had to have it. He scampered down the tree, zipped across the street after looking both ways, of course, and ran right into the toy store. There it was, sitting on a shelf, just waiting for him. George reached out his little monkey hands to grab it, but a friendly shopkeeper gently stopped him. "Not so fast, little fellow," she said with a smile. "You need money to buy that ball, money." George tilted his head. He had seen the man with the yellow hat use colorful paper and shiny coins before, but he never really understood what they were for. The man with the yellow hat walked in, laughing. "Oh, George," he said, "it looks like it's time for a lesson about money." Back at their apartment, the man with the yellow hat took out his wallet. "See this, George, this is money. It's what we use to buy things we need, like food, and things we want, like that beautiful red ball." He held up a dollar bill. A long, long time ago, people didn't use money. If a farmer wanted a new pair of shoes, he might have to trade a basket of apples with the shoemaker. This is called bartering. George imagined trading his favorite yellow blanket for a banana. That seemed a bit tricky. What if the banana seller didn't want his blanket? "Exactly," said the man with the yellow hat, as if reading his mind. Bartering can be complicated, so people came up with a better idea: money. Instead of trading things directly, everyone agreed that these special coins and pieces of paper have value. You can trade them for anything. So, the man continued, the farmer can sell his apples for money, and then use that money to buy shoes from the shoemaker. The shoemaker can then use that money to buy apples or anything else he needs. It makes trading much, much easier for everyone. George's eyes lit up. He finally understood. Money was like a magical ticket you could use to get anything you wanted. But then a new question popped into his curious little head. Where does money come from? He looked at the man with the yellow hat with a puzzled expression. "That's a great question, George," his friend said. "Getting money is called earning. Most grown-ups have a job. A job is when you do helpful work for other people, and in return, they give you money." He pointed out the window. "See Mrs. Green watering her flowers. She's a gardener. People pay her money to make their yards look beautiful, and Chef Piscetti, he cooks delicious pasta for people at his restaurant, and they pay him money for the food." George started to think, what kind of job could a little monkey do? He was a very good helper. The man with the yellow hat smiled. "I have an idea, George. If you help me with some chores around the house, I will pay you some allowance." An allowance is a little bit of money you can earn for doing helpful tasks. George chattered with excitement. A job, his very own job. The man with the yellow hat made a list. First, George helped gather all his toys and put them neatly back in his toy box. It was hard work, but he did a great job. "1 shiny quarter for you," said the man. Then George helped water the houseplants, giving each one just the right amount of water. "Another shiny quarter." George was on a roll. He even helped sort the mail, putting all the letters in one pile and the magazines in another. He earned a whole dollar bill for that. By the end of the afternoon, George had a small pile of coins and a crisp dollar bill in his hand. He felt so proud. He had earned this money all by himself. "Now, George," said the man, "you have a choice. You can spend your money now, or you can save it." He brought out 3 clear jars. On the first jar, he wrote "spend", on the second "save", and on the third "share". The spend jar is for things you want to buy soon, like a small treat, or maybe that red ball. The save jar is for bigger things you might want later. If you save a little money each week, it will add up, and soon you'll have enough to buy a more expensive toy, like a new bicycle. And the share jar is for helping others. Sometimes we use our money to donate to people or animals who need help. George thought hard. He really, really wanted that red ball. He looked at his money. He counted it carefully. He had just enough. He decided to put all his earnings into the spend jar for now. He was too excited to wait. Together, they walked back to the toy store. This time, George didn't just grab the ball. He proudly carried it to the counter, handed his hard-earned money to the shopkeeper, and said, "ooh-ah-ah-ah-h," which everyone understood meant, "I would like to buy this, please." The shopkeeper smiled, took the money, and gave him the ball. Walking home, George bounced his new red ball. It felt even more special than he had imagined. Why? Because he hadn't just gotten it. He had earned it. He had worked hard, been patient, and learned all about the incredible world of money. He couldn't wait to do more chores, fill up his save and share jars, and see what other adventures money could bring. And that's how Curious George learned a very important lesson about how money works. It's not just paper and coins. It's a tool we earn through work and use to get the things we need and want. Thank you so much for joining us for this story today. I hope you had as much fun as George did. If you enjoyed our adventure, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more stories. We can't wait to see you next time. Bye-bye.